Like with any grand adventure, you need a map to chart your way. And it starts with a treasure map where X marks your dream life, connecting what you want externally with how you feel within. Today, you have a superpower, the ability to travel through time and space. We'll journey 3 years into the future to meet the version of you who's found where success meets fulfillment. I'm Rachel from Coaching with Rachel, and this practice transformed my own journey from feeling disconnected to creating a life that I love from the inside out. Ready to design your dream life? So before we jump into our vision, let's just take a moment to ground ourselves. So if you've got any energy that feels pent up, like let's shake that stuff out. You can get out, you can move your body, just really let any energy out. So once you do that, find a comfortable seat, relax into that seat. And I'll invite you to close your eyes or gaze downward towards the floor. And just start by finding the breath that's right for you. Not too fast, not too slow. Just the right amount of air at just the right tempo. And you'll know when you found the breath that's right for you because you might feel a sense of relief or release in the body. And if you don't notice any difference, that's okay too. Now just take a couple deep breaths at your own pace, in through the nose, and out through the mouth. In through the nose, and out through the mouth. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes or look upward and return to our shared space together. So, we're going to do the vision, which I absolutely love. The vision is all about imagination and really kind of connecting into this imagination we all possess. And so I'll explain a little bit about what we're going to do so you know what to expect. We're going to trick the brain a little bit. We are going to imagine that you and I both have the ability to not only travel time, but travel space to a location we want to go. So you and I are going to meet 3 years into the future, 3 years from today, in your most favorite place in the world. Once we get there, I'm going to start asking you questions to understand what this dream life looks like that you've created over the last 3 years. Are you ready? Okay, so we're going to settle back into the chair again. I'll invite you to close your eyes and really try to visualize this as much as possible. So I invite you to settle back into your seat, to close your eyes, and really visualize this as much as possible. So we'll just start by really grounding into your seat. Maybe noticing the weight of your feet on the floor, where your body comes into contact with your chair. And now we're going to travel inward. I want you to bring to your mind's eye a safe space. This could be imagined or real, but this is a place where you just feel home and cozy. It could be out in nature. It could be one of your favorite rooms. It could be somewhere you've traveled. But wherever this place is just for you. As you come into this place, just notice what you see around you, the shapes, the colors, and then notice what you hear and what do you smell in your safe space. Maybe even taste. And what do you feel? Maybe touching different things around in this environment. as you sit in your cozy space, the time machine starts to come into the picture. Just noticing it, what it looks like. And so you walk up to it, maybe you touch it, you check out all the buttons, and you see that you need to put in the date. So put in the date for 3 years from today. And below that you need to pick your location. So where are you and I going to meet? All right, you've got everything punched in. So you get in your time machine, you push that button, and you're in that place 3 years in the future. So we're going to soak up everything that you notice. What do you see in your favorite place? Are we inside? Are we outside? What is the day like? The weather? What or who is around us? Really noticing all of the small details around you. And now what do you hear around us? Are there birds or a breeze or water, people? What do you hear? And now what do you smell? Maybe there's some taste in your mouth. And again, what do you feel? Maybe the temperature of the air on your skin, or the seats we might be sitting on, the earth below us. And what are you and I doing? Are we sitting together? Are we going for a walk? Are we in the water, at the beach? Just take a moment to really build that connection of you and I sitting together in this place. And you've built your dream life, this life that you love from the inside out, the one where success meets fulfillment. I want you to sit with that and just notice any physical sensations that might be arising in the body. Feelings of expansion, of lightness, of warmth, maybe something else. So we're sitting here together, and I have a question for you. You've built this life that you absolutely love. Tell me what's happened. I've got a bunch of questions. I'm super curious to hear about this beautiful, abundant, joyful life that you've created. So first I want to hear about your body, your physical well-being. What has happened over the past 3 years? Where are you now? Maybe physically, your diet, your sleep. What does that look like? And now what about your mind? Your focus, your memory, just really your intellectual stimulation and engagement. What does that look like today? And now moving into the emotions. What does your emotional well-being feel like? Your ability to experience your emotions, to regulate your emotions, and to really embrace all of them as they show up in your life. And now for joy. What are the things that bring you joy in your life? And what I mean by joy is kind of like that childlike wonder and awe, and where you're just fully in the moment, feeling content. What brings you joy in your life? And now, what about growth? How did you have to grow to get to this point now, 3 years in the future? How have you grown as a human being? Maybe a deeper inner growth, as well as different skills that you've developed. And what about your soul? And what I mean by soul is the thing that gives you a sense of meaning, maybe a sense of purpose, but really when you wake up in the morning, you feel very connected to this. So for some people, it might be religion or spirituality. It might be being in nature or with community. It might be having some kind of impact that really matters or deeply aligning with your values. So what fills your soul? And now let's move into your relationships, starting with social, having meaningful friendships and community. What does this look like today? Who is a part of your life? How do you show up for each other? And how does it make you feel? And what about your family? What does that connection look like? And family could be the family you were born into or the family you've chosen. And now for love, right? We have love in all of these relationships, but the romantic love, the person that you may choose to want to spend a significant amount of your life with. What does that relationship look like? How do you show up for each other? What is it like to be in each other's presence? And now we'll move into your career or your work. What does that look like now? What do your days look like? How are you able to contribute or have an impact? What does it feel like to do the work that you do? How do you show up and lead in this part of your life? Now, environment. This is where you spend your time, different spaces and places, and also how you interact with them. What does your environment look like now? Where do you live? Where do you spend your time? What does it look like? What does it feel like? How do you engage with your environment? And lastly, wealth. Wealth could be financial, but wealth could also be time, the quality of relationships that you have, or something else. The way that I think about wealth is it's like abundance. Where do you have an abundance in your life? And what does that get you? What does it make possible for you? So this is your beautiful vision, the life that you love from the inside out. And with your eyes closed, I just want you to connect back into the body. noticing any sensations that arise, maybe any emotions or feelings that are connected to this beautiful vision. What does that future version of you feel like? All right. So now that we have this beautiful vision, we're both going to hop back into our time machines. Go 3 years back into the past, i.e. present day. And we're going to meet each other here in the video. All right, so how was that experience for you? What was it like to really not only visualize that future version of your life, the one that you love, but also how did it feel in the body? Our body has so much wisdom that it shares of what is in alignment with me and what is space for me to let go. So what I recommend is we're going to do a little bit of homework, where we're going to go deeper with this. I've got a guide to share with you where you can go and write down what you visualized. I want you to write down each one of these areas. And if you don't remember, that's okay. I've got it included also in the guide. And then we're going to go a level deeper. So what I want you to do is to start to think through each dimension. There are 12 dimensions we looked at. What is the deeper thing that it gets me? What are the deeper needs that I have as a human? It's giving me love, acceptance, contribution, meaning, expression, joy. The reason why we do this is because a lot of the time our vision is so focused on the external that we work towards all of these things that we can see, these tangible pieces of our life, right? That's the success side, as I call it. But the fulfillment side, it's here. So we want to make sure that your vision is aligned not only with what do I see externally, but how do I want to feel internally? How am I meeting these deeper needs that I have as a human? The beauty with that is when you've got these external things plus the deeper things, your vision is able to evolve with you. So as we embark on this adventure, you go on side quests, you get clues and learn more about yourself, your vision will evolve. The external side will change. But this deeper guide of what do I really need in my life will really act like a compass, right? We've calibrated it to understand, I know where the X is, it can move, but it's still leading me to the deeper things that I need. Go ahead, jot down your vision, spend some time on the deeper needs. If you get stuck, add a comment, happy to guide you there. Maybe others in the community will as well. What I recommend between now and our next video is, around 2 weeks, depending when you're watching this, is spend time with this vision every day. Visualizing parts of it, connecting with the feelings, the sensations in your body, and those deeper needs that you want to get. Because as you spend more time with it, more clarity will come. Right now, you don't need to know everything. It doesn't need to be perfect. It doesn't need to be 100% clear. Like I said, the X can move with you. Right now, it's just generally understanding what is my North Star? What is the general direction that I'm moving towards? So, yay! Super excited. I will see you in our next video, and I can't wait for this one because we're going to explore where we are on the map so we know where we're starting to move us in the direction of where we want to go. All right, we'll see you then. Bye.